G'day guys, I'm Grouse and this is my Grouse Garage. This video is all about automatic transmissions. Who's ever looked at an automatic transmission and thought, how the hell do you rebuild that? What is going on inside of that transmission? I've had this fear my whole life of tinkering with automatic transmissions. This video is a success story. First time rebuilding an automatic transmission. Full credit to the Transmission Bench for their rebuild tutorial series on YouTube. I followed it to a T, and this is the outcome.
Previously on Grouse Garage.
This is not the first time I've attempted to repair this transmission in my ex-police Commodore. As you can see here on screen, this is an older video on this channel where I did have a try at repairing the transmission. Unfortunately, it was a big fail. So let's see how I go this time around. Alright, the transmission disassembly continues now. I'm going all in on this one, even replacing all the bushes in the transmission, as you can see right here. Alright, this is the bush that I've just knocked out, and if I sit it on there and we have a look at how much play it's got, there is a shit ton of play in that. That bush is worn out. Here's my new bush. Sit it on there and there's only minimal play there, and you'll probably find when that bearing is, when that bush is pressed into the housing, it will crush a bit and be a nice perfect fit. So there you go, don't skip over bushes because you can see that is most definitely worn out. Alright guys, now it's update time. I have literally spent the last couple of weeks really diligently working here in the Grouse Garage, following the online video tutorial. Absolutely amazing stuff that is. You know, I had a massive fear of automatic transmissions for many years. Never went there, never wanted to go there. Have been following this video for disassembly, and I am now completely disassembled with a transmission. And I'm literally just amazed at how easy it is. Let's check out what's on the workbench here, and I'll run you through a couple of things I've found. spare parts have finally arrived from the US. Got myself a clutch kit, you can see there. And I got myself a steel kit. Now, the concern I've got here is part numbers and plate thicknesses, clutch plates and steel plates. I'm still not 100% sure whether I've bought the right stuff. So that is why I have everything laid out on my bench. I'm going to compare thicknesses for steels and clutches. I've got all my clutches here, most of which are actually completely burnt out, but it's still a reference point anyway to check, and I've got some good videos to go through as well. So that is all of the clutches and steels. So what I'm doing right here now is opening up this steel pack and laying out the steels on the ground, and then I'm taking the steels from the transmission and I'm comparing them, making sure they're like for like. And I've got a vernier caliper there and I'm measuring the thickness of the steels to make sure they are the correct ones. Now I've got all the clutches in the clutch pack kit and I'm laying out the old, you can see there, the old clutches, and now I'm laying out the new clutches. And once again, I'm measuring those with the vernier caliper. Yes, I know the old ones are going to be worn and slightly thinner, but they were a good reference point and I was able to determine this clutch kit was spot on. So now that I know these clutches and steels are the right thickness, I'm going to start fitting them. As you can see here, give the clutches a soak in some fresh, clean transmission fluid, and then install them in the correct order with the correct steels. Following the transmission bench tutorial, this was a really simple process. First time I've ever done anything with transmission clutches and transmission steels, and I found that I had absolutely no problems assembling this transmission, as you can see right here. Only a few things left now to do on the transmission. I can't believe how quick this is all coming together now with these last things to do. Pinless accumulator to go in here. Also a pinless accumulator to go in there. And one sitting here as well for the valve body. This is not the valve body going back into the transmission. This is the one I took out, which I really felt was absolutely cooked. So I bought myself a completely refurbished, ready to install valve body with Sonax mods and everything. Now this is supposedly fully reconditioned, guaranteed to work, tested, guaranteed. And I've got to go through and have a look over this. It certainly looks super clean. And all the solenoids look new as well, which is excellent because my valve body was absolutely cooked. So this is literally just take it as it is, put it in, away we go. This has also got all the Sonax upgrades as well in it, so that's a bonus, and the cost of this was $500. Hopefully, money well spent. So, let's get into it. Let's stop talking and actually do it, and you'll see that happening now. transmission build. There is only one final thing left to do on this transmission, and that is bolt up this bell housing. So I'm going to do that right now, and when I'm finished with a new torque converter, I'm ready to reattach this to the LS1 and it goes back into Xpopo. So let's get this on and get it all wrapped up.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Alright guys, we're kind of at the halfway mark now with the engine and transmission reinstallation. So far so good. I'm actually really excited by everything so far. Engine rebuild, you know, I was really nervous when I turned the key for that first startup. Hopefully you've seen that video. You've seen how well it started up. No troubles there whatsoever. The thing I haven't done so far is put it into gear and tested the transmission, because I've rebuilt both at the same time. And there's kind of, you know, there's two major concerns there with what's going to present a problem. Is the engine going to be an issue? Is the transmission going to be an issue? So engine's good, I know that. Now we're dealing with the transmission. So you would have seen that video with the first engine startup. This is now really the first transmission test. Car is still up on stands. You can see that there. I'm going to fire it up and I'm going to put it through the gears to test that transmission, you know, make sure I've done everything there correctly. So this is the transmission version of first startup. So I'm going to fire it up now. We'll let it get up to temperature. When I'm satisfied with everything's good there, I'm going to go through the gears, first, second, third drive, reverse as well, obviously. The transmission's had a full rebuild. I honestly don't know how it is going to perform. I have no clue what it's going to be like. I'm not a transmission guy. It's the first time I've ever touched a transmission. So this is the test. This is the test right now. So let's do this. That startup, far out, fuck. That, how freaking good is that? That is completely cold. I haven't touched it or started it for a week. And dead set it starts up that good. That is absolute magic. Absolute magic. And that fucking fan sounds unbelievable. That is so good. So I moved the camera into the car so you can hear what I'm saying. Wasn't too sure if the camera outside would pick up the audio. I don't have mics. I need to get myself mics set. I don't have any of that gear. Camera inside here, hopefully you can hear. And you can hear either my excitement or my major disappointment at how this goes when I put it into gear. And I am really fucking nervous about doing this. Because I'm not a transmission guy. So let's do it. I think we're getting up to temperature. You know, the needle's moving up now a little bit, so to me that's enough to now put it into drive, into first, second, third, reverse, check it all out. So let's do it, yeah? Alright, that's first. Okay, so that's first gear. And I've taken my foot off the brake. You can hear the difference in the RPM. So I know it's engaged gear, and I'm just touching the accelerator now. So that's brought it up to about 1500 RPM. Just going to open the door and have a look outside and make sure that wheel's turning. And it is. So that's fucking good, and that is completely silent. Okay, no major noises, no issues there. So it's so it's in gear, it's moving. It's in first gear, yeah? So I'm going to move it in second. RPM's come down. So I know it's shifted into second. I know there was a change there. Let me check the wheels. They're spinning nicely. I don't hear any major noises. I will need to jump out and check for fluid leaks. But so far so good. So I'm going to go third. I've got my foot still on the accelerator. I am putting a little bit of pressure there. RPM is just before 1500. So I might just bring it up to 1500, which is about there. Gonna hold it, try and hold it there. Go for third. Okay, well that is third, and I didn't hear a change there, so that is a bit of a worry. Okay, no, I've accelerated a bit more, and I've heard a change. Wheels are still spinning. So I know I'm in third gear. Vibrating a bit. Not too sure about that. I'm gonna go for drive. I'm in drive. The rev's dropped. So I'm sure I'm in drive now in fourth gear. Let me put my foot on the brake. Okay, that's in drive with my foot on the brake. Wheels are not spinning. RPM is pretty low, maybe about 600. RPM needs to be higher. A tune will fix that. But that is a really successful test. Like, really successful. I'm going to put it in neutral. Okay, so that's neutral, and you can hear the RPM's going up a little bit. Temperature's up as well. It's kind of pushing half. So that's idling fine. That's in neutral though. I'm going to put it into reverse and see what I get. Okay, it has gone into reverse. I'm going to take my foot off the brake and check the wheels, see what's happening there. She's going in reverse. She's in reverse. Fuck yeah. Fucking hell, man. Seriously? I've just done first, second, third drive. Neutral, no worries. I'm now in reverse. I've not heard any major noises. I'm not smelling anything burning. Did feel a little vibration in third there. I don't know if it's a tail shaft issue or something else, or wheel balance maybe, I don't know. Let me just put it back into neutral. Oh, we stalled, fuck. We were going so well there. Alrighty guys, I've just jumped out, engine's still running. I'm gonna dive underneath. I'll just shove the camera under, check out for any leaks. Goes through all the gears. The leaks are the one thing now I need to check, so let's jump under, have a look, then I'll shut it off and we'll talk about everything so far. So there you go, guys. 4L60E rebuild. Was it a success or a failure? I think it's pretty obvious that that was a massive win and so satisfying for me personally. First time I've ever taken an automatic transmission, blown it apart, assessed it all for worn out parts, rebuilt it step by step. As I said at the start of this video, full credit to the transmission bench. Those guys in America who put together that tutorial series on YouTube. Man, that was honestly so easy to follow and gave me so much confidence, and so far the end result is spot on. There is one thing left though that obviously I need to do, and that is a full road test. Can't do it yet because I've still got all the front suspension pulled apart, being rebuilt. Once that's all done, I'll be able to drop it down off these stands and hit the road. That'll be the next video that I put out on my channel. Speaking of videos and speaking of my channel, thanks heaps, guys, for all the likes and all the subscribers. I've said it before in previous videos. I get nothing out of this. I get no financial gain. What I do get out of it, though, is a satisfaction of wrenching, editing videos, putting stuff out, Aussie stuff that you guys might be interested in watching. So please give it a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.